Okay, hi you guys. We are back and we are going to talk to you a little bit about the coaching community, the team dynamic, and just the awesome vibe and the awesome tribe that we legitimately have as Beachbody coaches. So what this whole thing is about, like, obviously we are all here building our own business, right? We all have something that we're striving to do and a goal that we're trying to achieve in our business. But what a lot of us sometimes never get in any other job that we work in is that community of like-minded women who are legitimately there to lift you up every single day. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I have been in so many different places where all you see is women tearing each other down, judging them, making fun of them, whatever it is. Like, if somebody's trying to do something amazing, they get brought down. Like, that is one thing that you see in so many places. But that is one thing that you don't see here. Why? Because we are a team that works together. We are here every single day to support each other, to lift each other up. We all have similar visions, similar goals, similar dreams. And whether or not they're the same or not, we all have something that we're striving for. And we all have a vision and a reason and a why as to why we're here and why we're doing this and why we're being our own CEO of our own company with our own team name. And there's just so many amazing things that go into this team community and the dynamic. And we just want to share everything with you. Oh, and plus, with all that team community comes team trips and team retreats and all this awesome stuff. So we're going to talk to you guys a little bit about that. Hopefully this video isn't as long as some of our other ones have been, but this is a cool one, so you guys definitely want to watch this. So just to talk a little bit about our team adventures, because I know I've kind of chimed in a little bit about the team dynamic, but let's go into the fun stuff, the team adventures. So one thing that we do every single year, Beachbody hosts this amazing thing called Summit. Now, Stephanie and I went to Summit together this past year. It was in Nashville, and when was it? In July? Was it? Yeah. So we went in July. It was from, I think, a Wednesday to a Sunday or a Thursday to a Sunday. And literally, you go and you are surrounded by amazing coaches. You get to go to all these awesome seminars, hear from top coaches. Like, you do live workouts with all the superstar trainers like Shaun T and Joel and Jericho, who create all these amazing, fitness programs. So there's so many awesome things that you do. We were in Nashville, so we went out pretty much every night downtown. We may or may not have drank a little bit. And we line danced, we had so much fun. So in this was the first time that most of us have even ever met each other. Like, when I started coaching back in January, and July was Summit, the only time that I had ever seen anybody, including Stephanie, was on a call like this. Like, we have team calls, which is awesome. So we get to see each other every other Tuesday. But that was the only time we'd ever seen each other. So seeing one another for the first time in person, it's like you feel like you've known each other for years just because you've been talking every day for so long. And, you feel like you know that person, everything about them. Like, to be honest, the girls on my team, I know more about them than I do some of my best friends in high school. Like, it's just, that's how close we get. So that was the first time we ever met. And it's such a cool feeling and a cool thing to experience because, like I said, you work with these women every single day and everybody is there to support you and lift you up and just believe in you and believe in what you're trying to achieve. And so when you actually meet these people in person, it's just like, you almost feel like you want to cry. It's just because, oh my God, I finally am meeting you. This is amazing. I feel like I've known you for years. You're my long lost sister. That's what Stephanie is. You're my long lost sister.
Yeah. Well, when I first saw her, because we road tripped it all the way from, we started in Chicago, and then we drove to Indiana, which is where Liz living.
Yeah.
And I squeezed her so tight because I'm like, oh my God, you're a real person. I just didn't know that she was real because we had only seen each other through online. So it was just really cool to finally connect in real life and to see that she's the exact same person she is online in real life. It was just really, really an incredible experience. And then we drove together in the car for 10 hours all the way down to Nashville. And I don't think it was quiet one moment.
I know. That was a lot of fun. And Pam was with us too.
Yeah, Pam was with us too.
But yeah, so like just those awesome things, like, and that's only one thing. Like that is the annual summit event that we go to every single year, and you can earn a free ticket to that, by the way, which tickets are like 200 plus bucks. So if you can earn a free ticket, like why not, right? So that's just one cool thing, but there's so many other different areas. Like, so some of the other trips, for example, we have the yearly Success Club trip. This year, Steph and I are going to Punta Cana with our husbands. Like, how does that even happen? This is considered a business trip, in which, by the way, anything business trip related or anything that involves your business, you can write off your taxes. That's a whole nother topic. But like workout clothes, workout shoes, like anything for my office, like my office supplies, all this stuff, you can write off your taxes, which is pretty dang cool. So going back up, we're going to Punta Cana this year, and we're going in April for 5 days. So talk about fun, talk about all expense paid trip. The only thing that we're required to buy is our plane ticket there. So how do we go on Success Club trips? We go on Success Club trips, which I know you guys know this, but that's okay. That helps me keep it every month. You earn points. What do those points go for? Your trip dollars. So the more people you help, the more money that goes towards buying your trip, and the more fun that you have, because you don't have to pay for anything going on your trip. So it's a pretty cool thing, and that is that's going to be fun, and we're so looking forward to that this year.
I know. I literally cannot wait for us to go. And what's really neat is that they let you bring somebody with you. So like Christina's bringing her husband, I'm bringing my husband, and this will be the first time that our spouses are meeting each other in real life, and they get to really absorb the business, and they get to see us. You know, there will be recognition for some people, and there will be all types of different trainings, and they get to really dive into the business aspect and see what we do and what our company is all about. Because I know for my husband, like, he sees some of the work that I'm doing, but he doesn't quite understand everything, especially the community aspect. So it's going to be a huge eye opener for him when he gets to go, and it's going to be so cool for our spouses to connect. And we have other girls on the team. They're going with their spouses, their significant others. So it's going to be an awesome, fun time. And I think the way that it runs is like during the day, we have trainings and things like that. And then at night, we have more things like dinners and socials. And like Christina said, Beachbody pays for it. As long as you are working and you are earning your success points, which you'll learn all about later, then you get this whole trip paid for. And the only thing that you have to pay for is your flight. And you get to, we're going to Punta Cana, staying at the Hard Rock, and it's going to be all inclusive. So we have drinks flowing, and yes, we're coaches, we love fitness, but we are going to be eating, we are going to be drinking, we're going to have a good time. And that's how it was when we went to Nashville at Summit. Like, we went out, I went line dancing, we went out and had drinks, we did the trainings, we had Shakeology galore, of course. But I mean, one of the funnest times was just going back to we rented this house together, right? So we have all these girls, we rented this house, it was a duplex, so we had both sides. And there was probably 30 of us all together in this house, this duplex. And we would just all hang out in one room and stay up late and talk and get to know each other, because we work together all the time, but we don't necessarily always talk about everything else that's going on in our life. So just to sit down, have a glass of wine, and connect with everybody was super duper fun. And I told my husband this, because he asked me, he's like, Stephanie, you love fitness, you're into health, you know, if you just got your certification, you could totally do this online coaching thing yourself. And I said, you're right, I could totally make my own packages and create them and sell them and be an online coach and do that, but I would never be able to have this community and have Beachbody as my support, giving me all this recognition, giving me all this fun trips, this cute little gear that we're wearing. We have our matching pink on right now. We're totally that corny, but it's so cute. I don't get to wear this super often. So yeah, we get shirts and hats, and you can make water, but like we have water bottles that are matching. And just to be a part of something that's so much bigger than yourself, for me, was very important, because like Christina said, when you get a lot of girls together, there tends to be some cattiness, especially when you're working in a business that can be seen as competitive, or you're at a company and it's competitive. That's not what this is about. We are not in competition with each other. We are here to lift each other up. And when I learn something new and I find success, you guarantee that I'm going to share it with every single person on my team in hopes to help them be more successful, for them to have fun with it. And again, our whole entire goal here is just to help people. And so when you get a bunch of people together and everybody just wants to help, it's like magic. Like there's some crazy, awesome things that can happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and especially too, like when you start coaching and when you talk about how amazing it is with your friends and they're like, oh my God, that sounds awesome. You're like, yeah, it is awesome. And guess what? We can go on this retreat together next year. We can go on this Success Club trip together next year. Like, who doesn't want their best friends going on trips together and doing all this amazing stuff together, being able to work from home, to earn money, to help people, to go on awesome business trips and just enjoy life and not have to worry about things like we normally would at a normal work, like taking time off or requesting, well, for me, when I was in the military, I had to request leave and I could only have so many days a year. And I know it's like that with regular jobs too. So it's just such an awesome thing to be able to do. And the fact that we can like schedule our own time and like we don't even have to take time off work to go on these trips is just even that much better. So a couple of the other things that we wanted to talk about too. So retreats. I know I just mentioned that, but what a retreat is as you advance in this business and as you reach certain ranks, you get to go on different retreats and leadership conferences and all this stuff. So for example, next month in February, I'm going down to Georgia, and myself and a bunch of the other girls who are diamonds on our team rented this ginormous cabin house. Like it sleeps like 40 people. I'm not even kidding. I wish I could put the pictures up right now, but it is the most gorgeous cabin house I have ever seen ever in my life. So we're going to go, all of us are going to be there together for 3 days. We're going to have people come in and talk about, they're going to do different workshops, different seminars. We're going to have, I think we're even going to do some fun stuff like beauty, like spa days. We're going to do, obviously go out in town. So there's just so much just amazingness that comes out of this. So the retreat and the business advancement trips, we have, Super Saturdays. Steph, you want to talk about Super Saturdays since you just went to one?
Yes, I just went to a Super Saturday, and what a Super Saturday is every 3 months, Beachbody will host for their coaches a little get-together gathering, and it's called Super Saturday, and they have them all over the United States, and I think in Canada too, because Beachbody is in the United States and Canada. And so what it is all the coaches, the local coaches get together, and they do trainings. They talk about all the exciting news that's happening, what's to come in Beachbody, and we do a big, huge group workout together. So I just went to the Chicago area one, which of course is big because Chicago area is huge. So there was, I don't even know how many, well over 100 coaches all gathered in this conference center, and they had speakers coming up just sharing their stories. And one of the most powerful moments of the Super Saturday, they do this at every Super Saturday I've been to, is they said, if Beachbody has transformed your mind, your body, your soul, stand up. So of course, everybody stands up. And it's like, okay, well, let's start seeing how much this has helped you. So then they'll say, if you've lost 5 pounds with Beachbody, stay standing. Almost everybody stays standing. If you've lost 10, and they just keep going up, and then people start to sit down. Like I think I sat down at 15 pounds. But what's really, really cool is at this last Super Saturday, they had somebody that was still standing who had lost over 130 pounds with Beachbody. Like, that is incredible. Everybody's cheering and there's tears flowing and everybody's just so excited because it's just living proof that this can change somebody's life. Another person got on stage and they shared their story, how one of their really good friends was in the military, had PTSD, was on the verge of committing suicide. And literally, he just invited him, hey, come over to my house, let's work out together. Come over to my house, let's work out together. And he had already planned his suicide, but he decided he's going to go over there and start working out. And then he did every single day. He kept working out. He transformed his life mentally, physically, all of that. Of course, became a coach. And that's just the power and the impact that this community has. It's not just one person. It's all of us working together to create change that we want to see in the world. So that's kind of what they focused on. And then at the very end, they had Mark Briggs up there. If you know who he is, he's intense and awesome. And he gave us a killer workout. And then at the very, very end of the workout, it was, you have to do, let me try to remember, 2 push-up or 1 push-up, 1 squat, and 1 like tuck jump. But then you do 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, all the way till 10. So the whole entire Super Saturday had to do it. But what happened is if you were one of the first people done, you don't finish. You move to somebody and you cheer them on and push them so that they can complete it. And when that person's done, you move on to the next. So by the end, it was the last person who was like struggling to get it done. They had the entire hundreds of people around them cheering them on. Some people just jumped in with them and started doing it with them. And then at the very end, we all come together and we did Team Beachbody. And that was so powerful because that's not something that you would do on your own. That's not an experience that you can just create for yourself. This is something that Beachbody gives to us. This is something all the coaches come together to do. So you can't really recreate that.
Yeah.
That's just kind of what the Super Saturday is all about. So yeah.
And they're literally awesome. I went to one back in Indiana when I was still living there, and my husband Marcus actually went with me because he's a coach too. He doesn't actively coach, but he is signed up as a coach. So he went with me, and it was actually the one Tony Horton was there. So if you guys know,
cool.
Yeah, if you know P90X or the newest program, 22 Minute Hardcore, he was there talking all about it. We got VIP tickets to see him, take pictures with him, talk to him and stuff. And it's such an awesome experience. And kind of how Stephanie was just saying about those unforgettable moments that, that'll always stick with you. It's, he created 22 Minute Hardcore by going around military bases all over the world and talking to veterans and talking to, legitimately training with personnel who are in the military themselves and, the hardcore guys who are down in the dirt every single day doing it. So he created this program, and one of the women who was in the audience, one of the coaches, stood up and started talking about her husband and how he had deployed and how he came back and was struggling with PTSD. And then he found 22 Minute Hardcore, and that changed his life. He was struggling so hard. And when he found that outlet, which was working out, but it brought back that military-inspired lifestyle that he was used to and that he was longing for after he got out of the military. That is what helped him, and it legitimately saved his life. So there's just so many amazing things. And like Stephanie said, it's so much more about just you. There's this big community of people who are so supportive and so just inspiring, and it's such an amazing thing to be a part of. So that's just a quick glimpse of Super Saturday. But just to kind of talk a little bit about us as as our own teams and how we kind of interact with each other every day. When you sign up as a coach, you obviously bring on coaches underneath you that want to work the business and that are going to be awesome coaches. So when Stephanie and I signed up, we both created our own team names. What's your team name?
Fit, Free, and Fulfilled.
Yes. So you'll have your own team name. Mine is Armed Muscle Nation. There's a meaning behind that, but if you join my team, I'll share that with you later. And because it has a long explanation. But the team dynamic in terms of how we talk to each other every day, so Stephanie and I, we're success partners. You'll learn what success partners are too, but we basically work hand in hand every single day. We FaceTime, we phone call, we do all this stuff. We talk about business ideas. We talk about just all these amazing things we're going to do for challenge groups. All these big plans that we have, Stephanie and I share that with each other. We have our team threads. So if you go into Facebook chat, there's the ability to create little groups of people. So we all have Facebook chats for our own teams. Uh-oh, are you there, Steph? I don't know where she went. Either way, we all have Facebook groups for our own little teams. And it's so cool to be able to be in there and just chatting with everybody and seeing how everybody's doing. And whether you have a question about the business or not, we're there to talk about life in general. That is what it's there for. So anyway, I think, is that all we have to share about that? I think.
Yeah, I think that covers most of the community and everything. Yeah. I mean, we have, I go to Christina for everything in the business. There's good days, there's bad days, there's days I don't want to work out, there's days I just scarf down a whole pizza and I need for her to help me get back on the bandwagon. But there's also days where it's just I have this going on in my personal life and we just talk. Christina and I have literally become best friends, and a year ago we didn't even know that each other existed at all. So it's just really cool how you can find connections with people, and when you join the business, you'll also get a success partner and find somebody who matches your same goals and has the same outlook on life. Christina and I, it's so funny because she's married with no kids, I'm married with no kids, she has a cat, I have a cat. We both are full-time coaches. It's just crazy how similar we are. Our mindsets are similar. Our views on life are similar. Our goals in the business are similar. So having that person that's your support, your go-to, your hand in hand, has definitely made this business so much more enjoyable, as opposed to me just working behind a computer screen all by myself every day. That would get kind of boring for me. I don't think I would like it. I'm a very social person, and that was probably one of my biggest fears when I quit my full-time job. Was I was working with a team at my full-time job. We saw each other every single day pretty much. We were really good friends. And now I'm working at home by myself, you know, like it's just me and my cat Gertie all day long. So I'll always be like, Christina, let's FaceTime. Like, I just need to see another face. I need to have a conversation with somebody. And yes, I'm talking to people all day, every day online, but just to have that person in your corner at all times and know that you have somebody to go to no matter what at the end of the day is super powerful. And that's something I didn't expect to get in this journey, but I'm so grateful for. So love you, Christina.
I love you too, Steph. Yes. All right. So I agree 1000% with everything Steph just said. And it's been amazing. Like, this year has been so amazing, and we are so excited to see what the next year brings on. So
yes.
Anyway, I hope you guys learned a little bit about the coaching community and our team adventures and everything that this team dynamic is all about. And if you have any questions, as always, feel free to ask us, comment below, or reach out to us directly. We would be more than happy to help you out in any way we can. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for the next one. Bye.